Welcome to my channel, where we discuss everything and all things politics, especially about the 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. In this video, we are going to look at a court ruling that is going to take place, Supreme Court ruling that is going to take place on Friday by the Supreme Court. That court ruling is going to have fundamental impact if it goes against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And I'm making this video because I spoke with one of the lawyers of Atiku Abubakar, and I happened to disagree with him because of his position on what will happen if the court rules against Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Shetima. But first of all, let us go to the real issue at stake before we now move on to analyze what will happen in the event that Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu loses Friday's court judgment by the Supreme Court. Because one, it will make a seismic shift from what Nigerians expect to see happen on May 29. But before I go further on that, if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. Now, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, the highest court in the land, will on Friday deliver judgment on an appeal challenging the eligibility of INEC declared President-elect Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu of the ruling party, APC, or Progressive Congress, to contest the presidential election that held in February 25. The appeal marked SC/CV/501/2023, which was brought before the court by the opposition People's Democratic Party, is seeking to disqualify Tinubu and Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima. PDP contended that the manner the All Progressive Congress and Tinubu nominated Shettima as a vice presidential candidate for the election was in breach of the provisions of Section 2A(1) of Section 29(1), 33, 35, and 84(1) and 2 of the Electoral Act 2022 as amended. He told the court that there was evidence to establish that Shettima was nominated twice, both for vice presidential position and Borno Central senatorial seat, an action the PDP maintained was in contravention of the law. Aside from asking the court to nullify the election of Tinubu and Shettima and their candidacy, the PDP also, they equally applied for an order to compel the Independent National Electoral Commission to expunge their names from the list of nominated or sponsored candidates that were eligible to contest the presidential election. A 5-member panel of the Apex Court, led by Justice Inyang Okoro, okayed the matter for judgment after all the parties adopted their final briefs of argument. While the PDP, through its lawyer, Mr. Joe Age, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, urged the court to uphold its case by setting aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal on the matter. Counsel for Tinubu and the APC, Mr. Babatunde Ogala, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, sought the dismissal of the suit on the premise that it was bereft of any merit. Besides, the respondents contended that the matter had become status barred in view of the expiration of the period allowed for the hearing and determination of such pre-election case. On its part, the Independent National Electoral Commission, through its lawyer, Mr. Adebiyi Adetosoye, said it was in support of Tinubu and APC's demand for the appeal to be dismissed with substantial costs. Now, this is the matter that is going to be decided by the Supreme Court on Friday. And you know that Friday is 26th, just 3 days to the inauguration. Now, what happens if the Supreme Court, in its wisdom, decide to say or to agree with the People's Democratic Party that Atiku Abubakar and People's Democratic Party were right, that ab initio Shetima is disqualified because he was nominated twice? One of the fundamental things that will happen will be that there will be no inauguration, because that will mark the end of inauguration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. There will be no inauguration if the Supreme Court rule on Friday and agrees with People's Democratic Party and Atiku Abubakar that this man, Shetima, was nominated for 2 positions. It means that they are out of the race. Their votes will be considered a wasted vote. So what happened? Now, as I tell you earlier at the beginning of this, I spoke with one of the lawyers of Atiku Abubakar, and he told me that if the court found Shetima and Tinubu guilty of double nomination, Shetima in particular, double nomination, that it means that Atiku Abubakar of the PDP will be sworn in, will be declared the winner of the election, and will be sworn in on May 29th. I told him, with due respect, senior advocate, I don't agree with you. It cannot be possible. He asked me why. Why do I say that? I said, look, how can they say that Atiku should be sworn in when Atiku did not get 25% of the vote cast in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, which is a mandatory requirement in Section 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution. I say Atiku cannot be sworn in. Atiku cannot even be declared the winner of the election by that disability he has in the sense that it didn't have 25% in Abuja. So it can't work. It's not true. I said the Supreme Court can't do that. And he now was arguing with me that, look, that after all, the INEC declared Tinubu president-elect without getting 25% in Abuja. So INEC is also saying that 25% in Abuja is not compulsory. That was why INEC declared Tinubu president-elect, despite not getting 25% in Abuja. I said it can't work like that, because even the PDP, you people yourself in the PDP, one of your demands, one of the things you presented before the court is that Tinubu should not be sworn in because he did not get 25%. You are aware of it. Your lawyer, you yourself, and the other lawyers of PDP, including Michael Zekome, SAN, and several other PDP lawyers, it's one of the things that are hoping to use to stop Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu from becoming president, that he didn't get 25%. So something you have already identified in your own plea. Now so the Supreme Court will overlook that and declare Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Atiku Abubakar, that is now the president-elect that should be sworn in. I said it's not possible. They can't do that. They will not do that. And I stand my ground that there's no way that the Supreme Court will, after nullifying, if they decide to nullify the election of Tinubu and Shettima on Friday, will announce Atiku Abubakar of the PDP as having won the election. I told him it's not going to work out that way, because PDP did not meet the requirements to be declared winner of the election, because Atiku Abubakar did not get 25% in Abuja. So that is basically it. But let us keep our fingers crossed. But I'm saying it with certainty that there is no way, if the Supreme Court decide to nullify Tinubu and Shettima's election on Friday, that the Supreme Court is going to declare, say the person that came second should now be sworn in as the winner of the election, when the person that came second did not meet the requirement of Section 135, Subsection 2, 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution, which requires that you get 25% in Abuja. And Atiku Abubakar and PDP did not get 25% in Abuja. It's not possible. What will happen is what many are expecting will happen anyway. If those people that have gone to court to stop inauguration of Asiwaju, I mean the Abuja residents and registered voters, supposing the court will listen to them, supposing they are the one that their matter is going to be decided at the Supreme Court on Friday. Those ones, they say, if you decide in their favor and Tinubu didn't get, since Tinubu didn't get 25% and the court says compulsory must get 25% in Abuja, what will happen is that the court will invoke Section 135, Section 1A, 135, Subsection 1A, which talks about that when there is nobody to be declared winner of the election, then the government of the incumbent administration will succeed. It means that Buhari will continue to be in charge of the country until such a time that a winner will emerge. That is basically it. There's no way that the Supreme Court will now say that Atiku is the winner of the election when Atiku did not meet the requirement of Section 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution. So that's my take on this. But this is something we have to watch with keen attention on Friday. Once, if the Supreme Court decide that PDP is right, Shetima had double nomination, and they are disqualified, it means their election have been annulled. I don't think that the Supreme Court will give a declaration that the person who came second, Atiku Abubakar, should be sworn in, because Atiku Abubakar fell in meeting the requirement of Section 134, Subsection 2B of the 1999 Constitution in respect of getting 25% in the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. That's my take. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like this video, God will rank it high and recommend it for more people. God bless you and yours.